Alright crew, Arturo Spraycasso here. We're doing another sketch. I think I've gotten better since last time at holding my phone while I sketch with one hand. So, first thing we're going to do here is we're drawing a, you guys recognize this word? Nevermore. So, a crow. We're drawing a crow. And crows, I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're extremely intelligent. Extremely intelligent. I used to work for a zoo when I was younger, and we used to have all sorts of different birds there, and my favorite was a crow. I trained it that if you gave it a pebble, it would give me a pebble, and then we would give it some food. And so he would go around his cage, he'd find little pebbles and then take it to us, and then we would give it some food. And extremely intelligent creatures. I love them, love them. So I thought we'd do one. Now the only problem, it's not really a problem, but you know, as you know, their feathers are extremely dark, so we're gonna have to do a lot of shadowing and then leave some so that you can tell that it's his feathers. So you can't just do like the entire crow black, because then it would just be a silhouette, right? Let's turn this around a little bit. So it's going to be a little tricky, I think. But I think overall it's going to be a lot of fun. Now see here on the bottom, I'm just going to do a crisscross pattern. So it gets darker. Okay, yes. So I've gotten a lot of questions about, do I remember what the birds look like? Do I do them by memory? You know what? In some cases I do. In other cases, I go online, I look up, you know, crows and kind of get an idea of what they look like. And then I just start sketching away. Now, in this case, I went to Google, I typed in crow, kind of got a visual, different poses of a crow, and this is one that I liked. It was I liked the head on one of the pictures, the pose on another one, and so I just kind of combined the two. Look at that. All right, so we'll see how this comes out. Well, actually, the mentality should be, this is gonna come out great. And then just keep working at it. Alright, so we used this thick marker to create some of these like feathering, fading away techniques here, and you know, kind of cover this up. Now obviously, as you can see, I needed both hands, so I wasn't able to record that, but I mean, this is all I did. Added some shadows up here. And with this here little marker, I just added some of the finer details. Sound effects are a plus, I tell you. I often say that when I'm spray painting too. So I highly recommend them. If it helps you create the effect you're wanting, make all the sound effects you want. Look at that. So I'm also going to add, even though you can't really see it, some of the feathers here in these darker areas. But you can still see it, right? It'll just add detail to it. So, like in the paintings, the detail can make or break your painting. So it's very important you take the time and add some of those details. And as you can see, it's not like I'm being super detailed about it, but just enough that you can see some of those. Right about here, I'm going to add the shading to the feet. Actually, you know what? I don't know if birds have feet. Are they just called claws? I don't know. Something we have to look up. Or talons, or... I know in Spanish, you know, you can't say animals have feet, because they don't have feet. They have patas, which is like derived to specifically animals. Animals have patas, humans have pies. So something I need to look into. Any bird experts out there looking at this video can maybe help us out. My dad is a tree expert. I know it sounds crazy, right? But he is, and so he'll critique some of my trees. Sounds like that tree doesn't exist, or or that's not how you call it, you know. Yep. He's I think his specialty is pecan trees. My grandfather used to have, or my great uncle used to have, like, I don't know, ridiculous amount, 50,000 pecan trees or something. And so my dad was the one that would take care of them. So when it comes to trees, I always ask him, hey, did I say that right? Is this right? Does it look right? So this is coming along really nice. I really like it. I think I'm going to concentrate a little bit more on these feathers. Even though they're black, I still want to have the effect that there's detail. I mean, like I said earlier, detail makes or breaks the painting or the drawing or sketch in this case. I like that. Look at this. It's kind of like it's coming together here. Now, ravens, crows, I know there's a difference, but they have this, their plumage is really dark, and there's these colors to it. You'll see some blues and greens and even some purples at times. So I'm trying not to color the entire raven or crow, you know, completely black. I want some of those highlights to kind of show up. Now I know it's a black and white sketch, so you may say, like, well, what do you mean show up? You know, I want you to see the highlights, kind of like here where you see the darks. I'm gonna have to add some of that. down here. Alright, make sure that the phone is looking at this area. See, I don't want to make it completely dark, I just want to fade it. Maybe we can do the same over here. And this is just a chisel Sharpie. Now I know there's a couple of you guys I've seen have some really expensive markers out there. Those are awesome, don't get me wrong. But I don't have access to them. I mean, I guess I could go buy some, but it's not something I do all the time. This is not something I do all the time. This is, you know, I'll do my little doodles, but I've never like sit here and spend a whole lot of time doing something like this. So I don't have those markers, and maybe I should look into them later. Okay. Alright, so added some more details like the feathers here on top. I wasn't going to leave that blank. Too much negative space will definitely draw your attention to it, so you know, it's okay to add some details here. Okay, such as the ones that I did here on the head. A few more, just a few more. There we go. So now we come to the claws, or the feet, or the talons. I don't know, let's see, maybe something like this. He's standing on it. I'll do those later. Come over here. Something like this. Right? Okay. Now you guys remember how we did the tree last time, right? We added a little bit. Let me add some shadows here. And then maybe we can start adding the tree bark. Gotta do the sound effects, otherwise it won't work. And then the rest is just a matter of line work. Start to create what this looks like. Something like that. And of course I'm gonna add maybe a few little twigs that come out just to make it look a little more macabre. Oh, my arm is getting numb from holding the phone like that, but this is what we have so far. Okay, so let's just keep working on this tree branch here by adding some more details to it. All right, so what do you guys think? And I think with that we can conclude our sketch for today. So let me see first. $120. Oh, this is the hardest part. 21. All right. Cool deal. Thank you guys for hanging out with me once again. And until next time,